From the Mount Washington Radio Group online newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. The fire chief in Bartlett says no one was hurt yesterday morning at a house fire on Route 16 in Glen. Pat Roberts says firefighters from his department in Jackson and Bartlett-Jackson ambulance responded to the single-family wood home across from Storyland shortly after 6:15. Roberts says prior to his arrival, a passerby noticed something looked odd, and he stopped at the house and checked to see if anyone was inside. A woman who lives in the house was able to get out safely. Here's the chief.
It appears to be probably a problem with the chimney for the wood stove. Looks like possibly a clinker or something might have fallen out of it, set the leaves on fire, and then caught the outside of the building.
There was no fire inside the home, and it is still habitable. Here's the chief again.
It was a very good save. The gentleman who stopped also grabbed a fire extinguisher and knocked it down. They said it was going pretty well before we got there, that he was able to at least knock it down and slow it down with a dry chem extinguisher.
The fire was reported to be under control a few minutes after firefighters got to the scene. North Conway firefighters were also called to cover the station house. A new dinosaur-themed roller coaster at Storyland is one of 10 coasters recognized by CNN as one of the, quote, most insane new roller coasters in the U.S. Jack Mahaney is the assistant general manager at Storyland.
That was completely unexpected because if you look at that list of roller coasters, they're all huge. This coaster is not. It's very small. It's on a footprint that kind of goes with our natural terrain here at Storyland, but the design of it is so unique that it has 12 moments of airtime. And for a small coaster that's only 40 feet high, that's pretty amazing.
Originally founded in 1954 by Bob and Ruth Morrill and run for decades by their family, Storyland is now owned by Palace Entertainment of Newport Beach, California. The park celebrates its 60th anniversary this summer with the rollout of the wooden Rorosaurus roller coaster that features a dinosaur at the front that will reach speeds of 35 miles per hour on just more than 1,200 feet of track. Mahaney says the new coaster increases the park's demographic to now include 13 and 14-year-olds, while the previous targeted park visitors were kids from 2 to 12.
The height restriction is 42 inches to ride, whereas our polar coaster, which we think is really a first child's roller coaster, is a 36-inch ride restriction. So it's kind of a natural progression from the polar coaster right on to Rorosaurus.
The park's most recent adventure ride is the popular Splash Battle Pharaoh's Rain, where spectators can shoot water cannons at riders along a 300-foot-long waterway. Mahaney hopes the new coaster will be ready to ride when Storyland opens for the summer season, Memorial Day weekend. In Maine news, Republicans across Maine are gathering in Bangor, where party leaders hope to show unity ahead of the elections in November. The Maine GOP convention starts today with the theme United for Jobs, United for Freedom, United for Maine. The party will adopt its new platform and introduce the candidates for the State House and Senate races. U.S. Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky will address the crowd tomorrow, followed by Maine Governor Paul LePage, who's being challenged in the upcoming elections by Democratic Representative Mike Michaud and independent candidate Elliott Cutler. In sports, the Binghamton Mets got a 5-4 walk-off win against the Portland Sea Dogs in New York yesterday. The Bruins beat the Detroit Red Wings 3-2 last night in Game 4 of their first-round playoff series, and the Yankees beat the Red Sox 14-5 last night at Fenway. In the weather today, mostly sunny, highs of the lower 60s. Northwest winds around 10 miles per hour, becoming cloudy tonight with a chance of rain after midnight. Lows of the lower to mid-30s with light winds, and rain likely Saturday, cooler with highs in the upper 40s. From the Mount Washington Radio Group online newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.